Hey there! Today is April 23rd, so happy birthday, William Shakespeare! We think. We actually have no real way of knowing, but on April 26, 1564, there is record of a baptism for a William Shakespeare, and actually we know for a fact that he died April 23rd, 1616. 52 years is not a terribly long life by today's standards, but back in the 15 and 1600s, that's a pretty big deal. And especially considering the impact that this one man has had on the world centuries later, it's all the more fitting that we just take a minute to recognize what he did. Born to John Shakespeare, a glove maker, William Shakespeare probably only attended school through grammar school, meaning he most likely left when he was 14 years old. So basically he went through 8th grade. About the 1590s, when he was in his 30s, Shakespeare's plays started getting some attention down in London. The man wrote 39 plays and 154 sonnets. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot. And the fact that it's still celebrated and studied today, and it was also really recognized during his lifetime, is something that a lot of artists don't get to experience. His theater company was a favorite of both Queen Elizabeth I and King James I, and he invented so many words and things that we still say today. Phrases like "send him packing, as luck would have it," "vanish into thin air," "all of a sudden," "up in arms," and "someone can have a heart of gold." All of these we can thank Shakespeare for. And so many words too. We don't necessarily think about that a lot. We'll just say if it's not in the dictionary, it's not a word. Words only enter our dictionaries because they get used so much. There are still some people who are convinced because he didn't get a university level education, there's no way he could have written all of these works, but I am one of the people who choose to believe that with an incredible, determined spirit, who knows what people are capable of. I choose to celebrate April 23rd as Shakespeare's birthday and death day. There are so many resources on this man, and one thing that I think it's particularly important to remember is that even though we consider his writing a bit highbrow and fancy now, remember that when his plays were written, he was writing them and they were being performed not just for kings and queens, but also for the common people. If you go to London today, you can visit a recreation of his Globe Theatre, and you can see that most of the audience would stand in front of the stage and watch. People would pay a penny and they would stand there and watch plays the way that we watch movies now. So it might take a little bit getting used to his old-fashioned language, but if you listen carefully and give it a chance, there's actually a lot about those stories from so many hundreds of years ago that still resonate today. So happy birthday, Will, and I'll see you next time. Bye!